we're going to be talking about how to form the saxophone embouchure and then how to play that on the mouthpiece and the neck. First things first, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to take our right finger. I want us to put our finger on the wet part of our lips. So this is kind of the dry part, and then it turns into the wet, fleshy, squishy part. You're going to set that there, and then you're going to lightly push your finger into your mouth so that your teeth go where your thumbnail or pointer fingernail meets your skin. Here, here. So what that should do is bring the really squishy big part of your lip sitting on top of your teeth like a pillow. It's not hurting the teeth, it's not crushing the teeth, it's just floating there. Pinky or pointer finger, here, here. Do that a few times with me. Right finger, left part of your lips, here. I'm gonna take my mirror, I'm gonna hold it in my left hand, the bottom left corner, here, here. Okay, the next step is to close our lips around our finger, like we were taking a big drink out of a milkshake, a really thick milkshake. Not trying to crush the straw, but we're really trying to get that milkshake. So here, here, and a milkshake. Notice how the corners of my lips stay nice and firm. They're not squeezing so tight, but they're firm. They're supporting that milkshake. I really want it. Here, here, milkshake. Okay, now that we've set our lips, we're gonna blow through the corners of our lips. That's actually how you would take a breath. You wouldn't actually blow through the corners if you're playing your instrument, because then your air isn't getting in the instrument. But this is good practice to make sure we're hearing the right kind of air come out of our mouth, meaning our tongue is in the right place to make the best sound of the saxophone. So, step one, step two, milkshake, and we're gonna blow out as if we were saying, hey. You actually don't want to say hey. That wouldn't be the right muscle or the right spot to actually make that sound. Really, what I want you to feel is your tongue touching your back molars. Now, we're going to try doing it incorrectly as if you're going to breathe out on O. Step one, two. It's a much lower sound, and the air moves a little bit slower. We want the air to move pretty quick on saxophone for it to play the right tone. So here, here. Now go to hey. The air should sound higher pitched. Okay, now that we've practiced that with our fake mouthpiece, we're gonna put that onto the mouthpiece and the neck of our saxophone. When you put your finger in your mouth, that's about the amount that we're gonna put on the saxophone mouthpiece. So if I put my pointer finger there, I place where my skin meets my fingernail. Where my nail ends is about the spot that I should be tonguing on I should be putting my top teeth on the mouthpiece. You could also take a piece of paper and slide it in between the reed and the mouthpiece, and where that paper stops without shoving it in is where you would end up putting your bottom lip. So I'm gonna take this, step one. I'm gonna start here on the wet part of my lip. I'm gonna roll it in, show the bottom lips are a cushion or a pillow. Top teeth down, milkshake. Do that a few times. Notice how I'm holding my neck. Got a thumb on top with my fingers just very lightly placed. They're almost balancing. Don't try to balance that, but almost balancing the mouthpiece on my thumb. When I put it in my mouth, the end of the neck here, end of the neck is angled slightly in towards my belly button, not straight out at the floor, and definitely not out towards the camera. So here we go. Straight up and down for now. Here, up, teeth, milkshake. Use your mirror and make sure you look like me. Here we go. Here, here, teeth, milkshake. One more time. Here, here, teeth. Now what we're gonna do is slowly speed up our air in order to make a sound. So imagine that you're using a garden hose. And you want just a trickle of water. You barely turn that water on for a little trickle to come out of the hose. And then we're gonna slowly ramp up our air, so slowly turn on that water so that enough of the water is coming through the hose. So we have a full stream, not crazy intense, just a nice full stream. So here, teeth, milkshake. Here, teeth, milkshake. Here's what it sounds like if I did oh instead of hey. Hear how it sounds really like wavy, and I would say that that sounds tubby. Here's the correct way. All right, that's how to form the embouchure, and that's how to put it onto the mouthpiece and neck.